Cleveland Clinic, Florida provides individualized treatment plans for excellent outcomes of health problems ranging from the most common to the most complex, even in cases considered untreatable by others. Cleveland Clinic, Florida. Every life deserves world-class care.
Hi, welcome to the KVJ ATS Podcast.
Kevin's eyes look insane, but he's got new hair. Virginia is a witch, and she farts in her chair. Jason is a spaz who's got an old man's ass. Welcome to the After the Show Podcast.
Yeah, what up? We made it to Friday. Hello, everybody.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah,
we made
did.
it. We're limping, but we're here.
Holy
Yeah.
shit, we made it.
Yeah, it was a very energetic show today. Took a lot of energy there. That No Name movie game was tiring.
There's a lot of energy.
Earlier. We got an email here from Martin in Miami. He said, congratulations on the vintage edition of the No Name movie game today, in which you all brazenly abused the participants. Please keep this up.
I thought that was such a funny thing that happened. We all lost our shit at some level during our first round, and some of us second and third rounds.
Yes.
Some of us continued to lose our shit again and again.
You can hear me legit lose my spirit on an audio level. About 30 seconds in on my first round.
I couldn't believe my guy stayed on the phone.
Yeah.
I'm like, he's going to clearly hang up. He's like, I don't need this.
Kevin gave him a verbal backhand.
Yeah. I don't need this. He said, I've got a suggestion maybe to calm the nerves of Dickie Rants. Why don't you make the overtime a timed event where you run a stopwatch and the winner is the fastest to answer one correct? That might cut it down so we don't have to go into 4 overtimes and I got to extend it so long.
But then you run into how hard a movie is versus the other person's movie.
Yeah.
If it's
that would be the complaint big. What?
If it's Jaws or if it's
Right.
something really, or Forrest Gump, and then the other person gets, I don't know,
all you have to do is say it's a shark movie. Jaws. Yeah,
Exactly.
okay, 2 seconds.
We need to maintain the integrity of the game.
And I'm so
Okay.
glad that I love the publicity the No Name movie game is getting. Finally, the respect it deserves.
Yep. Got some insight here. We were talking about where to go in Lake Worth Beach. If you're going down, as one of our listeners was coming down and going to be spending a day, where would you go? Bar hopping and all that. We gave out a good path yesterday, but I gave out bad info. CWS had closed on me, and I got a couple emails about it. It was a great place, awesome craft cocktails, good craft beer. Food was awesome. They had live music. They had everything you'd want. I loved it. And so what happened? And one email said, yeah, we were at CWS last month, and they came running out of the kitchen yelling for everybody to get out. They had a fire.
Oh, my.
And they sent a photo. You can see that coming off the top of the building there. So maybe that played into it a little bit. A fire that went on there. I know they had that issue with Rocco's Tacos and Gardens on PGA, and they just had reopened recently at Rocco's because of
what a
kitchen
picture.
fire.
That's scary, man.
Yeah. And Laura had said, so CWS closed because their landlord was a dick. So they swooped up pretty much the whole operation, servers, kitchen staff, and they moved to West Boynton and opened up a new amazing restaurant called Warren American Whiskey Kitchen. It's kitty corner to the Delray Marketplace right next to Joseph's Market. A definite must visit. I've seen a write-up on that. They really specialize in the whiskey. In fact, they have a shot you can get out of a special bottle or something like that was aged. I think it's like $2,000 for the shot, something like that.
Moly.
Yeah, so they apparently give you the best whiskey you can get anywhere in South Florida if that's one of your things.
It's called Warren?
It's called Warren American Whiskey Kitchen.
It's just so weird how a name can hold, I don't know, a past to yourself. I knew a guy in Lake Park named Warren, and he would try to throw fireworks at cats. And he was such a dick, and everyone always wanted to stay away from Warrens.
What a dick move.
Yeah, anytime I hear a guy, the name Warren, I'm like, damn, fuck that. But the place sounds cool, though.
Mm-hmm. There you go. So, interesting. Thanks for that. Yeah, because I'd seen that place. I haven't been out that way for a while. That's pretty cool. A recommendation, maybe going into the weekend here, if you prefer to stay home, do a little binge watching. A couple suggestions from Claudia. She said there's a brand new documentary on Ghislaine Maxwell on Peacock TV.
I teased that yesterday in my dirt.
Peacock's doing some good stuff, y'all.
The Ghislaine Maxwell on Peacock looks good.
It is called Epstein's Shadow. I just watched a couple of episodes, and it's pretty well done. They talk about her past and how she became who she is now. Another great show is called The Last Narcos. It's on Amazon Prime. Yeah, I've seen this one. She said this documentary will blow your mind, especially if you like cartel shows. It's about these two detectives who tell about the Mexico cartel back in the late 80s and 90s and the involvement of the U.S. government. Highly recommend. Yeah, I guess I won't tell you right now to ruin it for you, but yeah, I won't say that.
I kind of think you should.
It's a real life story, though, right?
It is. And if you have seen the Narcos Mexico, it's Kiki Camarena. It was the name of a real DEA agent that died at the hands of the Narcos. But that documentary she just talked about tells you who actually ordered his death, and it's stunning and shocking, and it's like interesting insight as to how our government works.
I'm very into this.
Well, it does kind of fit into the talk of the Epstein. Was he whacked by the government? As the McAfee guy, was he whacked by our government? So that's all some interesting stuff that is going on there. So if you like that conspiracy theory stuff, check that out. Got some info here that they're doing a Florida Bigfoot conference in Lakeland.
Yes, I've seen this.
July 10th.
Oh, are you going?
It's at the RP Funding Center in Lakeland.
I could go to that, actually.
I'm going to be up there because we're going to be taking Rocco to Legoland on that same day.
So how about this? Bird fills up the gas tank, snacks galore, dinner, lunch, all on the Bird. You drive. You help me coordinate the trip, and I pay for it. I produce it with the money. You produce it with the talent.
This could work. I like this.
I would love to go to a Bigfoot event with Virginia bitching the entire time.
Okay.
I think that'd be a lot of fun.
I won't go with you because I'll be at Legoland, but we can drop you off.
Oh, well, I want you to go. I don't want to. No, yeah, you're supposed to go with me.
It's Rocco's birthday.
You wouldn't like? You don't think he'd like that?
Well, he's been looking forward to Legoland for 2 months.
Legoland.
You're not going to take your other kid?
Legoland in the morning.
Sorry, Rocco. My other baby, Jason, needs me to take care of him.
All right, it's not working out. I hear what you're saying. It's basically, it's an Uber.
I could have drove you.
Yeah, no, I'd want to do it with you, with Big D.
Well, I can drop off you and Big D.
I'll talk to him. I'll see what he's thinking.
Okay.
That could be fun. Maybe there's some people out in KVJ Nation that live in that area that would go with us.
Totally.
I'd love to do that, actually.
Lakeland is a cool little town. My aunt and uncle lived there. I've been there a couple times. My uncle had passed recently, so I went up for the funeral and then went up and met my mom there a couple weeks ago. And right in the downtown area, they have got a peaceful park and a lot of really cool bars and restaurants right around there. I'd recommend like Mojo Federal Swine and Spirits is a really cool place to go check out. So you should go there. I've got that on one of the little maps I have. Harry's Seafood Bar and Grill, kind of like the same area, but I think you'd like it. It's cool. You'd get your Bigfoot Festival, and you could find some really cool bars to check out.
That would be fun. That would be a great one to do with KVJ Nation. Let's all meet up. But are people into that? Would that be a fun thing?
I think it would.
Chat room?
If anybody's there, they got a couple breweries like Swan Brewing in Lakeland.
Who wants to get fucked up and party with Bigfoot shit?
Yeah.
I want to hear your answer, Sharon.
I think that'd be fun.
I do too. I think it'd be a great thing.
They got an axe throwing bar right there, Axe Caliber.
What could go wrong?
Yeah. Not bad. So there you go.
Oh, there'll be so many Axl Rose jokeses. Jokeses?
Or Jokeses?
Your boy's not doing so good.
Some ciders, huh?
Well-
Did you polish down the second one?
I'm about close to 3/4 deep. So,
Okay.
yeah, I would
On
say
cider dose?
that's the equiv of probably 4 shots, probably 2 and 2.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, no, I got a good.
Get you on your way.
Yeah.
You're on your way there.
Oh, yeah.
That's the good news.
The wolf.
And it's Friday, right?
Oh, yeah. The wolf of Bird Street.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You gonna be making any phone calls?
I am. to Uber Eats, and it's gonna be fucking hot.
No tail. No lining up some tail for the weekend.
Who knows? Let's see where the weekend goes, Virginia.
I like it. A little drunk dial action.
Yeah. It's going to be good. One mystery that had come up that we talked about in the Whacked Out News is that the unmarked graves that were found from that boarding school in Saskatchewan.
Horrifying.
Like 151, something like that, I believe is the number on that. And we got Lisa who'd sent this on our app that came into us. She said the Canadian boarding schools were not that long ago. They were in operation until 1998. For a long time, Canada took Indigenous children away from their families and put them in boarding schools to take the, quote, Indian out of them. The peak of this was during the 1960s scoop, Wikiet. It's crazy, where lots of Indigenous children were taken. And these facilities, they were horribly abused. And many were adopted out to families who used them as slaves. Listen to the podcast Finding Cleo. That's unbelievable. Like, I had no awareness of that at all.
I can't listen to that podcast. I'll be crying in my car.
That is
That
unreal.
is heartbreaking.
That is absolutely unreal.
It's Friday. You gotta get down on Friday.
Yeah. Crazy. Got an email here from Stephanie. She says, I sit here relaxing after a long day, sipping on my Tito's. I do not want to get up to pee. I always tell my boyfriend that I wish he could pee for me. Wouldn't it be nice if you were relaxing or at an event where the bathroom was far away and if you could just ask somebody to go to the bathroom for you? Or if you're at work and you had to poo, wouldn't it be nice to call someone that was at home and they could go for you? Am I crazy? Stephanie and Pompano sent that. You're not crazy. What I think about is not necessarily putting the act onto someone else. But I always think that, especially, because I do drink a lot of liquid. It's not just like all alcohol. It's other stuff. But drinking as much liquid as I do, that often happens where I'm standing at a urinal. I'm like, I wish I had the pee sensation I'm going to have, I know, in an hour or so right now and could get it all out of my system, because that's the worst is 45 minutes later, you really have to go pee and you're so uncomfortable. But now you're in a situation where it's not convenient or you just can't go somewhere to pee.
That'll happen. I'll be making some food and I'm in there like 30 minutes deep. You just want to eat. You're so hungry. You sit down and you go, shit, man, I got to pee. I could eat it, but I'm not going to really enjoy it to the full capacity.
Sure.
Let me go piss, and now, but it's a thing. And now you spill Fritos. It sucks. I know what you mean.
Yeah.
I know you don't know what I mean, but I know what you mean.
You know what I know what you know what
No,
I mean.
I know what you mean. I don't think you know what I mean, because I'm speaking like a fucking madman.
Yeah. But yeah, it's a good thought. Absolutely.
Thank you.
I was talking to Stephanie.
I was thanking you for your kindness to Stephanie.
Oh, I thought you meant me.
That wasn't for you
Damn,
at all.
Ralston's a dick.
Yeah.
Damn.
Sorry.
I'll tell you what, when Ralston wears a red shirt, look out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, look
Yeah,
out.
it brings out the true asshole in me.
2 wins today.
Yeah.
Won no-name movie game, won the draft, and
Yeah.
yelled at a listener 3 times.
Yeah, it's been a lot. I need to tone it down. Need a quieter shirt.
I love it.
Well, it's hot red like the devil. It turns you into
It
devil
is.
Kev.
It does. Devil Kev. I am the devil in this
Devil
thing.
Kev.
Yeah, I am clearly the devil in this thing. Got an email from Will. He said, don't know if you can use this. Did you see the story where they did a DNA test on Subway's tuna?
I just took a DNA test, found out I'm 100% not tuna.
Yeah, lab tests find no tuna DNA in their tuna sandwiches.
That is so fucked, man.
So you're eating tuna, but it ain't tuna. What the fuck
They
is
call
it?
it tuna. It's my guess. I haven't read the article. He sent me the link to
So
it.
is Subway trying to get the world record for the most shitty-ass scandals in a 3-year period?
Well, consider where they were when they had Jared as their spokesperson. They had the $5 footlongs. People were thinking, hey, if you wanted to lose weight and you wanted, Subways were rocking. I used to eat at Subway a ton, probably I would probably go back 15 years.
Yeah.
But very frequently, I would go to a Subway. I would say it's probably been 10 years since I've been to one.
I legit like Subway. They have a shit ton of sauces, but I get why people may not like a Subway. They've had a lot of noise.
Well, the Jared thing had to be devastating for them. I don't know what that did necessarily for business.
Oh, it's not good.
There's no way that's good.
And then they had the thing about how their buns, their bread was like one ingredient away from a yoga mat.
No, they had something in their bread that was the same ingredient in a yoga mat, and they had to take that out of their bread because, surprise, they got called out for it.
Surprise, people don't want to eat yoga mats.
I will say this though, bread way better with the yoga mat shit in it. Not even kidding you.
Yeah, so I mean, I think that was just it, where people were starting to call into question, be like, okay, so what the hell's going on with the bread? Now what the hell's going on with the tuna?
It's Muna.
Yeah,
Okay.
if it's not tuna, what is it?
All right. Well, RJ had said tuna DNA is hard to find, science said. I don't even know what the hell that means.
I mean, RJ, I think it's just fucking just spouting out tuna facts that aren't real.
I mean, RJ obviously on the take.
Oh, RJ clearly has.
He's in there, he's spinning. He's one of the Subway guys being like, oh boy, somebody else is tearing us
Oh,
down.
well,
RJ owns 7 Subways.
Well, that motherfucker's he's not a chat room person. He's a fucking sub artist.
Yeah. Rachel Lee, she said, I stopped eating Subway when I found out it wasn't real chicken in the sweet onion teriyaki.
But Rachel Lee, you know that sweet chicken teriyaki sauce is the bomb, though.
if it's not chicken, what is it?
I don't know. That's a great question. I don't know what the hell they got.
They call
going
it clicking. It's chicken light.
What kind of meat is it if it's not chicken?
It's probably some tumors.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and I forgot about this too. Remember, somebody measured it out, and their foot long wasn't a foot long. It was just
I
short.
do remember that, like 11 and a half.
I mean, yeah, you talk about what happened to Subway. It's just bam, 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 bam. It's one thing after another.
Really shitty publicity that's gone on.
Well,
publicly, they don't look good.
And you know what? They haven't had any wins. They haven't been able to recover. They haven't done that, hey, you know what Domino's did, where the new CEO came in and said, yeah, you know what? You said our pizza tasted terrible, and it does. And we're going to change it. And then they revamped Domino's, and they had a resurgence. You know, Subway is in need of that kind of image redo if they want to stand the test of time, and they haven't.
It's like one of those places, you know, I know so many people speak terrible about fast food, and I get it. It's not the best quality. But when fast food is at its best, where it's fresh, I get that it's not healthy. It tastes amazing when it's at its best. Subway can taste really good.
Yeah.
It can taste good.
It wasn't taste
Even
that
with the
shooed me
scandals and all
away.
that,
Yeah.
I can like a Subway, but with that said, all that shit is just, it's too toxic.
Even with all that, I think really what got me was I just really stopped eating so much bread. It was the carb thing for me. And so that was it. And they don't have the Keto Kev walks into a Subway. Their salads were like, you know, they weren't enough that I wanted to go in there to eat. So I'm like, you know, Subway's doesn't have anything for me. So I'm even another reason than all these other ones that you have to not go to Subway. And they haven't done that when, you know, it's got to be tough for bagel shops and things like that to say, we got to have something else for people that are now not doing the carb stuff.
No, you're right.
And if you don't provide that alternative option, you've lost a big part of the market.
I feel like all menus, it's not that hard to cover all bases. You could have a few vegetarian, even a few vegan,
right,
and then make it all meat. If I was
Yeah.
a restaurant in today's day and age, I don't know why you're not doing that.
Right. You got to say, okay, we need to have at least one or two things.
For
And-
everybody.
Well, I know people that will go to Fridays because they offer a Beyond Meat burger, but they won't go to a certain restaurant because there's no vegetarian options. So if you have that happen every 8th household, you're losing some money there.
Yeah.
I love talking numbers in business when I'm hammered. NASDAQ.
It's the best time to do it.
You love talking burgers and fries when you're hammered.
Which to me is kind of the finances of the world.
Let me see. Got a couple other things going on here. One, including an interesting list on the biggest movie disappointments. I'm going to get to that coming up here in just a second. I'll give you a second to marinate on that. Think what you think might make the list. I do have several emails here. They keep coming in just talking about Magnolia and her car and all that kind of stuff. And I know last weekend you had gone out car shopping, Virginia, and you wound up with no car. You wound up with a lot of tears because the only car that Magnolia wanted was an Audi, and everybody's got their own opinion on first cars and how much to spend and blah, blah, blah.
And parenting.
So it really, all the emails are kind of rehashing pretty much everything that we've heard already.
Yeah, I was going to ask y'all, because that was a major topic. People want an update on that.
So we're going back out to off-lease only today. Today.
Are there different...
Yep, our sales guy that we love, Ted, he's out there. And
is he the one that sold me my car?
Yep.
Are the expectations tailored down a bit?
Yes. So she's kind of got it now where she knows what her budget is. And I'm going to go out there because I might trade in my Tahoe as well. So I want him to run the numbers on that, maybe without a tear-free experience. We weren't able to run any numbers last weekend because she was like...
Some of the questions people keep asking me, and I think they are legit questions if I was following along on the saga. Has Magnolia's attitude been good this week?
Yes.
She's been kind to you?
She realizes that she was wrong. And it took a couple days, but, she knows that a budget is serious and that I'm not playing around with this.
And the other thing, too, and I get it from both of y'all, people always ask me this stuff. Kevin talks about this. Virginia will talk about that, about their family. Do you guys ever get shit? Because when you were talking about that stuff, I probably could not have told a story like that because my family would be mad at me. Even if it's in the 6 o'clock hour, do you get shit from your family about that?
No, because I think she was sleeping. I don't think she heard it.
Really?
Yeah.
Fuck, we got to get more awareness out there with our show.
Try to keep the awareness down in my family.
Do you get shit, Kev?
I know what the boundaries are typically. I really don't. I would say if there's any kind of comments that come back to me is that, I can't show any kind of favoritism. I need to make sure that my comments keep everything on a level playing field.
Because I know
I think there is some sensitivity to that, wait, I think Dad might like this kid better or something like that. And it's not true. I just might have a story or I might have said something. So I try to have an awareness of that.
Because, I know you said your kids sometimes will listen, the older kids will listen to the podcast now. We get a little bit deeper.
Yeah, I don't think Cannon's ever heard. I don't know if he knows of it.
But like a Colin or Caitlin, did they ever come back and say, Dad, what the fuck was that?
No, I really haven't had that. And like I said, I try to understand what the boundaries are with everybody in the family. But they're all really cool, and the fact that they kind of let me say stuff.
That's good.
Yeah, and so I don't really get a lot of brushback. Like I said, the only thing is I do have to be mindful that it doesn't sound like my words or anything that I say shows favoritism.
I only ask these questions because in my personal life, people always ask those questions to me. What's blah blah blah? But what do they think?
We're better off. I know I'm better off if my family doesn't hear the things that we say. Also, too, it's different when you say it on the air and then put it on social media. Yeah, that's a big difference.
The way social media stuff, we'll put a clip on social media about something we're talking about, like a 6-minute segment, and for whatever reason, because I think people commenting may not be legit KVJ Nationers and don't know the whole story and go, why the fuck would you put this up?
And what happens, too, with social media, it is there.
Yes.
It's something you can click on. It's something that people can share and text my daughter or send her an email of what we said.
And if you don't like the show, you can still get it and be a part of it and comment on there.
Right.
Yeah. It does hit differently on social media.
Yeah, it does.
I know some of the shit that we've talked about on the air in my personal life, and then we put on social media. Social media bit me right in the dick.
Yeah. I've learned the hard way. When we go into some sensitive stuff, we don't make a social media post about it.
Well, you did that the other day.
Mm-hmm. So there's still a lot of comments on that. It would be interesting to see Monday if we have any kind of advancement, Virginia. Does Magnolia have a car by then?
I don't know. Now she's saying she wants to wait, but I definitely want to trade in the Tahoe. My Tahoe is getting older, and it needs to be traded in, so she may just be going along for me getting a new car.
Okay.
That sounds like fun for a 16-year-old.
That you would have to share in a sense? Is that
right.
Okay.
Yes. So right now we're sharing the Tahoe, and it's putting a lot of miles on the Tahoe.
Yeah.
I got to trade in the Tahoe.
Okay, so I see what might happen here. There might be a cool, fancy car that both of you share.
Oh, that's a
Where
smart
you
move on
both
her
win.
part. Yeah.
She can drive to her friends and all that, and she looks cool because it's a Virginia. Because
Right.
Virginia, the witch, she ain't driving in a piece of shit.
Yeah.
She's a fucking diva fuck when it comes to cars.
way to do it.
Yeah. So I see. This is a good plan for Magnolia.
Yeah, that's smart work around here.
I see what's happening. She's getting an Audi.
And then Mags, oh no, we're not getting an Audi. I don't want an Audi.
I know. I'm totally being a
We might get a Lincoln. I've been looking at those Lincolns. They make a Lincoln. See, a big thing for me, I've been saying this for like a year. I want my next car to have those seats where the air conditioning comes up on your butt. I'm tired of having Florida swamp ass. I want to have cooled seats, AC seats.
Well, and it also disperses your farts to the rest of the crowd a lot faster in your car.
Yeah, because you don't need heated seats.
I will weaponize these seats.
Also,
That is the worst when somebody farts on heated seats.
oh my god.
Oh, it just.
You should
it's-
spend the weekend in
Oh,
prison.
it's
It's like
nauseating.
a cooked fart.
Oh, it's terrible. It speeds up those like assy molecules. And,
I feel like that's
it's
two days in the
terrible.
clink.
Oh, it's
Think about
just
your
the
actions.
worst. Yeah, I mean, it takes a 9 fart and makes it easily a 12.
Well, I was in an Uber car and they had heated seats. And at first, I'm like, oh, this is nice. I could feel it on my legs.
Yeah.
I was wearing shorts.
Yeah.
And then I started thinking what Kevin was thinking. Ugh.
Hot farts.
So many strangers, so many farts, and they're like, it's kind of like fart on my legs now. I don't know if
Yeah.
I like cook legs and farts.
Cooked fart leg.
So I wasn't down with the heat in an Uber.
So the question I do have, if you did a shared car, these kind of things happen. I know when I was in high school, after I blew up the junker car I had, my dad would let me drive, and he had a nice sports car that he got, and I wrecked that.
Oh.
And these kind of things happen, and you had just said that one of your cars is dinged. You found a ding, and you don't necessarily know where it came from.
Yeah, the Tahoe. I went to go put gas in it yesterday, and now I know for a fact there was no dings around the gas place where you put the little nozzle gas in.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden now it looks like somebody scraped the side of the car a little bit, and there's a few dings, and it's like buckled a tiny little bit. Like,
Yeah, no, I think this is a great time for you to get a brand new car for Magnolia. Did she do it?
I don't know. I asked her if she did it. She swears she didn't do it.
Okay, she's not. I don't think she's lying about that.
I don't think she's
No,
lying
she wouldn't
either.
lie about that.
Because I came to her and I told her, look, this is really important. If you ever damage the car, just come tell me. We'll talk about it. We'll figure it out. There's nothing worse to me than a liar. And if I find out you lied to me and you knew that you did damage to the car and you didn't tell me, it would be really, really bad for you.
I stake my entire reputation, all of my savings. Magnolia is not guilty on this.
I don't think here's what could have happened. She might have not realized she did it. That's a possibility. But I don't think she knowingly dinged up the car and then didn't tell me.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and, as a man who's been in
You know
many
what?
accidents.
You can call her and grill her if you want. I told her this might be coming.
I legit believe her that she didn't do it. I'm not believing the whole, I didn't know I had a. If you get damage on a car, unless you're on meth, you kind of know something happened. You know what I mean?
I feel like I would know.
Of course you would know.
If I did this to the car.
Yeah.
But it's up high. So I don't know what it was. Like, it's like eye level, these scratches on the car. And like, I don't know what she could have hit
Yeah, you would
or
know.
scraped along the side of.
Wouldn't you know if you hit something like that?
I know it wasn't me because I did not do that to my car.
I would imagine so. I've not been in a situation where something happened to my vehicle that I was unaware of.
I mean, I'm sure someone will email, I didn't know, but majority of the time, if there's been some structural damage to a car, you know something's happened.
I feel like she might have scraped alongside something at the gas station.
And she's not telling you, and she's afraid to tell you?
I don't know if she knows she did it. I mean, I truly want to give her the benefit of the doubt. And if she says she has no idea, I want to believe her that she had no idea. The damage is minimal, but it's still a little damaged.
Okay.
People are thinking branches Could a branch do this kind of damage, or you think it's more of a structural thing?
I think it's more of a something thing. Like, and like I scraped it a little bit, and it had like some brown paint.
Could Panda have done this?
I don't think so, because Panda hasn't used my car, and even if he like hit my car coming in or out of the driveway, this is too high.
But Panda's got them bays, bitch ass eyes.
Panda hasn't driven my car though.
So we're eliminating him.
Yeah.
So I watch a lot of Dateline.
Okay.
We've eliminated Panda as a suspect.
I haven't fully eliminated, the possibility that, I don't know if maybe her little boyfriend moved my car or one of her little friends moved my car. One of them could have moved my car. She goes out to Jupiter Farms a lot, and it's usually a narrow driveway that's really, really long.
Looks like a country scratch.
It could be a country scratch. It could be a fence post.
Yeah.
There's and I as a
be
as a journalist, I feel like I have to report it because there's some traction in the chat room. Some people go, "Where was Rocco during this time?"
Rocco, I don't think would have the balls.
But accidentally, could he have done something and been unaware?
No, there's nothing he could have hit in the driveway, and that's the only place that he ever plays in the car.
So I would go with I don't think it's physically possible with the way you are talking. I do think Rocco does have the balls, but I don't think physically he could have done that. I think we are now eliminating Rocco as a suspect.
Okay. It's always interesting when you get those little dings. How did it happen and who's responsible?
Yeah, and somebody could have hit Magnolia, too. Now,
Sure.
it would have to be
There
a
we
higher
go.
truck.
You're right.
But that would happen in Jupiter Farms. There's a lot of higher trucks.
Yeah. Okay.
There's a lot of higher trucks and a lot of skull dipping. There's a lot of dipping in Jupiter.
Dude,
I
I thought you were going...
I'm like, whoa.
Dude, not when we're talking about Mag.
Dude, that skull dip. Jupiter's notoriously known to do dip. They're more country.
Okay.
Oh, man.
I didn't sound like a dip spit.
No, it was like...
Yeah.
Bird, you might need to go home.
Where we'll have probably a lot of that this afternoon.
Everywhere.
On the ceiling.
Everywhere.
I mean, you won't believe how much is around here.
Yeah. All right.
What a story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What a saga.
Layered.
Okay, we'll see if we get any resolution to those mysteries. I'll hit up the biggest movie disappointments on the regular show on Monday. An interesting list where people were really excited for a movie to come out and then they realized, they created a turd. There's a pretty good list of 15 movies that are all pretty solid when you think about, looking forward to it, and I shouldn't have been. That'll happen on the Monday regular show. Got an email from Elmer, a birthday shout-out to my beautiful and amazing wife, Alejandra, from his husband, Elmer. Golden birthday, spending it in the city of New Orleans. Thank you to Vicious V for hooking us up with her list of to-dos. Also want to mention that Kevin and Jason should definitely check out the World War II Museum in the downtown area. It's extremely well done, full of artifacts and great presentation, narrated by Tom Hanks.
Oh, little T-Hanks, little Gump.
Yeah,
The World War
that's cool.
II Museum in New Orleans is a big place, a big landmark. I've never been.
I would love to go to that.
I would too,
Me and
yeah.
Kevin, we like war shit, though.
Yeah. For he said, I instantly thought about you two history enthusiasts. Much love, and Jerby, you know what to do.
Gonna fuck off all weekend long.
That's right. Okay.
I won't see you guys till Wednesday.
Oh, geez, that's right.
That's a bunch of horse shit. We have a s'mores party.
Well, no, I'm going to see you on Saturday, but then
Yeah.
I'm not going to be here
On the
for
radio,
Monday and
yeah.
Tuesday.
Well,
Okay.
Kevin's got the upbeat music going. You want to say something to the president?
I do. My stepmother passed away yesterday, so I'm going to be going up to the funeral and the wake and all that. So I'm sorry to leave you on a sad note, but it's kind of what I do.
Okay.
Partying.
Sorry.
Yeah, partying.
Yeah.
All right, well, most of us back on Monday. Shit. You guys have a good weekend. Goodbye.
Cleveland Clinic, Florida provides individualized treatment plans for excellent outcomes of health problems, ranging from the most common to the most complex, even in cases considered untreatable by others. Cleveland Clinic, Florida. Every life deserves world-class care.